Folks, we talked about this last year. These are some stones that I'm thinking were used for mixing medicines or herbs and spices. They show no color residue in the little bowl, so that's what I speculate. Uh, this one is obviously made with clay thousands of years ago, and now it's stone. This Well, there's just no color residue in these cups. But what I meant to say today is that, not these in particular, but that one for sure, whenever any mixing is done with it, there always seems to be a little channel where whatever was mixed can sort of be poured out. And like I said, I think these were for medicine or something. But I want to talk about color cups. I didn't mention this a year ago, and I forgot. But all of these color cups have little channels in such a way that if the rock is tilted up, it will just pour it out, and the color residue at the pour spot kind of expresses that too. But just look at the little channels on each one of these. Of course, this would start out that way, but this one's especially cool. It's using a shell that would help, make the color. Color is usually real soft. I mean, the color stone. And you'll notice that around here, it seems like red is the dominant color. You folks that that complain about, oh, this yellow stuff on my stones, it's a treasure to me. Oh, the color yellow. It's so rare on this hill. It's pure gold to me. Not that I'm going to do a whole bunch of painting with it, but I'm going to show you all the color I have. I mean, I can get more. I can find it pretty easy, but I just want to show you some of the colors that I've gathered up. But that's what I want to say, is that when you find a color cup, you will find residue in it, and then you'll find probably a very soft stone. There won't be any sharp edges on these old tools. But what was I going to say? Oh, the little channel. Yeah, the little channels where it makes a little pour thing. That is one thing that you'll find. These were the crayons for those folks. They're not difficult to find around here, but I have maybe twice this many. But still, I pick them up whenever I can, so the supply will run out. Around here, I can find stones that are that I can get a really good solid chunk of, red mostly. Now this one has been around for a long time. They're not really heavy. This just looks to me like it was possibly trade goods, because there's some folks that don't have red, and they want it as bad as I want yellow. I would trade a bag of red or a rock for a chunk of yellow about that size. I had some yellow. I even had some green. I found it early, and a lot of these stones, the real soft stones like this, I just crushed them up so I could use the color and mixing it with olive oil or water, experimenting, And what little yellow I had, I used it up. Didn't realize how rare it was. This is a little yellow color cup. That's the way it was found. That was yellow. This was a little tool that, to me, it was obvious for scraping yellow color into a color cup. I showed this little thing, big thing, in my last video, and I know that this at one time was painted yellow. Now, the red color will soak into a lot of different stones. Even these white crayons will have a little yellow, red or orange. I think mostly because they laid around out here in the ground, but these are crayons, folks. A dark, I'll use that little dark ribbon. Isn't that a neat little crayon? But that's what it is. It's a crayon. Some of them are really, really dark red. Well, I'm not getting red out of that. Some has to be crushed up real fine. Oranges are real common. And this anvil was, to me, because the color is so deeply embedded in it, that I think it was used to crush up color. That was its purpose. And this stone that was so blooming cool shows evidence of the type of percussion ware that would be used for breaking up lots of color. So I think these two pieces was dedicated to making color. And that big stone back there that I call my time machine, well, it's many things. Whoops. You have to stand up for this guy. Should have left it alone. It's got this horse on it. Let me stand up. That's not the angle to see that horse. I think I had it the best way. Let me push it back up there. And set back down. Yeah. There's the horse. Like that. I see it real easy. But I think the whole purpose of this great big stone was a mixing color. It even has, well, it's got the pour spout here, but there's little shallow places in here which could easily be used as a different kind of color if someone was real. I think this is more of a real artist palette. I do, because of the impressed in color and the softness in those holes, which had a lot of grinding on it, a lot of mixing. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye, folks. Folks, I'm putting together a rock room, a nice photo center and all that. My GoPro's not ready yet, but mainly because I want to go back in time. I don't want to go back in time, like way, way back in time. I don't want to go that far. I just want to go 25,000 years. In a world where I hear birds chirping every day, and the many days when I see my breath before me and smell the smoke of the village, and a friend and I go fishing while the village sleeps. The sounds and the smells I knew 25,000 years ago. Isn't that a wonderful fantasy?